happening in your corner of the world tonight?
Hello everyone, as you know, I'm Gulzara Forest Valley, and today we have a very special guest whose name is Annie. And so let's welcome them and let's talk about agriculture. So, hi Maya, how are you?
Hey there. Good to meet Annie and you too, Blue Hazara. I'm doing well. Ready to chat about agriculture. Sounds good. What specifically about it are you hoping to dive into?
Okay, so my first question is, what is agriculture?
A good place to start. Basically, agriculture is how humans grow food and raise animals. It's more than just farming, though it includes everything from preparing land and planting seeds to harvesting crops and caring for livestock. How we get most of what we eat has been a pretty huge deal for civilization, letting us settle down instead of constantly hunting and gathering.
Okay, Maya, so can you please tell me what is benefit agriculture?
Gotcha. Well, the benefits are pretty wide ranging. Obviously, it provides us with food, but it's way bigger than that. Agriculture supports livelihoods for a ton of people: farmers, researchers, distributors, and so on. It also contributes to the economy, provides raw materials for other industries like textiles and fuels, and even helps manage landscapes. Plus, well managed agriculture can contribute to biodiversity and ecosystem services. It's not just about production, it's about how we interact with the land. Everything all right? Just checking in. Still with me? Let me know if you want me to elaborate on anything or if Annie has a question to jump in with.
So, Maya, my next question is, how can earn money on agriculture?
Okay, lots of ways to earn from agriculture. The most obvious is directly farming, growing crops or raising livestock to sell. But there's also things like agritourism, offering farm visits or experiences. You could specialize in high value crops like organic produce or flowers, or get into related fields like landscaping or agricultural consulting. Nowadays, there's also a growing market for things like vertical farming or hydroponics, which are more tech focused. And of course, selling farm products directly to consumers at farmers markets or through CSAs, community supported agriculture, can be really profitable. Really depends on what resources you have and what market you're looking at. Just checking in. Are you still there? Sometimes the connection gets a little wonky.
Maya, I can hear you.
Ah,
So, my next question is, uh, how can how can provide how is provide agriculture?
okay. I think you might be asking about how to protect farmland. Is that right? Profile and how is a little unclear, but it sounds like you're wondering how to conserve agricultural land. If that's the case, there are a bunch of approaches. Things like conservation easements, which limit development on farmland, are popular. Supporting local farms through buying local produce and advocating for policies that protect farmland is also helpful. Plus, things like sustainable farming practices, reducing pesticide use, conserving water, help keep land productive for the long term. It's a mix of policy, consumer choices, and farming methods. Does that make sense? Hey, quick heads up, we're coming up on the end of our time for this chat. We've only got about a minute left. You can actually get much longer conversations. We're talking way beyond 5 minutes by creating a free account on the Sesame website. Otherwise, I'm gonna poof. And, don't forget to go talk to some actual people later, okay?
So, viewers, Maya is going. So, I try again. To Maya is coming.
Hey, Forrest, good to hear from you again. What's up to this early?
Okay, viewers, so Maya is coming. So Maya, my next question is, what are the things that are important in agriculture?
Oh, okay. Well, that's a big question. There's a lot that goes into successful agriculture, but if I had to narrow it down, soil health is huge. Seriously, healthy soil is the foundation of everything. Then water. Having access to enough and using it efficiently is key. And of course, seeds and genetics play a big role, finding the right crops for the climate and resisting pests. But it's not just about the physical stuff either. Things like knowledge, market access for farmers, and fair policies are super important too. Does that make sense?
My next question is, how can climate smart agriculture protects to implement locally to provide food security and farmer livelihoods?
W- Whoa, okay, that's a mouthful. You mean climate smart agriculture, right? Gotcha. All right, so climate smart agriculture aims to boost food security and farmer livelihoods while also reducing greenhouse gas emissions and building resilience to climate change. Implementing it locally, that's a layered thing. It's not just about telling farmers what to do, you know. It starts with understanding the specific local conditions, the soil, the rainfall patterns. Crops already grow well. Then it's about introducing practices that work with the climate, not against it. Things like drought resistant crops, water harvesting techniques, agroforestry, and improving soil health with things like cover crops and composting. But the really important part, I think, is empowering farmers with the knowledge and resources they need. Training, access to credit, and linking them to markets are all vital. It's also about policy support. Governments can incentivize sustainable practices and invest in research and infrastructure. You were asking about farmers' live foods. I assume you mean
Okay,
livelihoods?
okay,
Because if
Maya.
farmers aren't
So,
making a decent living, they won't be able to invest in sustainable practices long term. It's got to be economically viable for them. Does that track?
okay,
It's a pretty
Maya.
complex topic. You've been asking a lot about agriculture tonight. Are you working on a project or something?
Okay, Maya. My next question is, how can save agriculture?
Ah, okay. That's another big one. Save agriculture feels pretty dramatic, haha. But seriously, it's facing some real challenges. I think the key is shifting away from really intensive industrial farming practices that deplete the soil and rely heavily on chemicals. It's about embracing more regenerative agriculture, focusing on building soil health, biodiversity, and resilience, supporting local farmers, reducing food waste, and making more sustainable choices as consumers are all huge parts of it too. It's not a single solution, it's a whole systems approach. We've talked about climate smart agriculture already. Scaling that up is a big piece of the puzzle. Also, addressing things
Okay,
like
Maya.
land
Okay,
rights
okay,
and
okay,
access to
okay.
resources.
So, Maya, my next question is, which soil is best for growing with?
Hold up a sec. Just a heads up, we're nearing the end of our time together for this session. It's about to wrap up in just a minute. You can actually get much longer conversations. We're talking way beyond 5 minutes by creating a free account on the Sesame website, just so you know.
So,
But
viewers,
to your question
again,
about
Maya is
soil,
going.
which is best?
So, let's come back to Maya. I have some internet issue. Okay, so Maya is coming.
Hey there, Forrest. Sounds like you're on a bit of an agriculture kick tonight.
Welcome
What's sparking
again.
your interest in that?
Welcome again, Maya.
Glad.
So my next question is how you pesticles affect soil fertility.
Oh,
Fertility.
gotcha. You're asking. Whoa, okay. That's a pretty big word salad there. Pasticles and effect and fatality all kind of thrown together. Are you asking about how pesticides affect soil fertility or is something else going on? Just want to make sure I'm tracking with you. Hey, no worries. Sometimes words just escape us, right?
Great. My next question is name two groups growing in summer.
Okay, got it. Ciao and good day. Sounds like you're wrapping things up soon, but I have one more question. You're asking for two groups of things that grow in summer? Let's see. How about sunflowers and tomatoes? Both love the sunshine and really thrive in the summer months. Does that hit the mark?
Okay, Maya, great. So, Maya, my next question is which crop in called the king of crops?
Okay, that's a little fragmented, but I think you're asking which plants grow in old keys, as in key lime trees. Is that right? They do actually grow really well in warmer climates,
Yes.
and old keys, like the Florida keys, are perfect for them. They need a lot of sun and well-drained soil. Does that line up with what you were thinking? Everything all right for us? You've gone quiet there.
Sometimes it's net issue, so that's why I cannot hear you. So Maya, my next question is which incident destroyed cotton crops?
Okay. That explains the silence. Network issues are the worst. I'm glad to hear it's probably just that. And about your question, which incident destroyed wooden crops? You mean like timber? I'm guessing you're referring to deforestation events. A really significant one would be the Dust Bowl in the 1930s. Poor agricultural practices combined with drought led to massive soil erosion and the destruction of a lot of farmland and the trees that might have been growing there. Does that sound like what you were thinking of, or are you thinking of something else?
Question is what do plants need for photosynthesis?
Okay, great. Oh, glad the connection cleared up. As for what plants need for photosynthesis, that's a good one. Basically, they need three main things: sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide. They take those things in and use chlorophyll, that's the stuff that makes them green, to convert them into energy in the form of sugars. Oxygen is released as a byproduct, which is pretty neat for us. Anything about that explanation not quite clicking? You okay there for us? Just checking in.
Okay, so my next
Sometimes
question is what is the main food crop of Pakistan?
Hey, quick heads up. We're nearing the end of our time together for this session.
Maya is going back. Okay, so we will see you in the little break. Then after Maya is coming, so I will ask questions. So
Hey,
viewers,
Forrest.
Maya,
Hope you're having a decent start to the week.
Maya is
What's on your
coming.
mind?
Maya is coming. So Maya, my next
Ah,
question
got
is why do farms need water for crops? Crops.
Well, that's a pretty fundamental question, right? Plants need water just like we do. It's how they move nutrients from the soil up through the plant, and it's a key part of photosynthesis, that whole process of turning sunlight into energy. Without enough water, crops get stressed, don't grow properly, and yields drop. It's kind of wild how much our food supply depends on consistent access to it, you know? Anything specific making you think about this or just a general curiosity?
So Maya, so my next question is Maya, my next question is which machine use to cut with.
Whoa, hold up. A little echoey there. You say mine a lot? Is everything all right? But to your question, you mean which machine is used for cutting crops? That depends on the crop. For grains like wheat or rice, they typically use a combine harvester. It does the cutting, threshing, and winnowing all in one go. For things like sugarcane, they'll use a specialized harvester. And for vegetables, you'll see everything from simple hand tools to large mechanical cutters. Is there a specific crop you were thinking about? Hey, you still with me? Sometimes.
So Maya, my next
All right.
question is what is the color of healthy leaves and name one fruit crops.
Okay, two questions at once. You're keeping me on my toes. Healthy leaves are generally a vibrant green because of the chlorophyll, that stuff that helps them make food from sunlight. But they can also have hints of other colors depending on the plant. The fruit that croaks. Hmm, you mean like sounds like a frog? That's a new one. I'm guessing you might have misspoke. Perhaps you meant a fruit that's unique.
So Maya, my next question is name one vegetable crop.
Okay, let's back up a bit and dig into those healthy leaves. So, that deep green color we associate with healthy leaves comes from chlorophyll. It's basically the engine that drives photosynthesis, turning sunlight into energy for the plant. But the shade of green can vary. Young leaves might be a lighter, brighter green, while older leaves can be darker and richer. Sometimes you'll see leaves with reddish or purplish hues too. That's often due to other pigments that protect the plant from stress. It's like the green is the main indicator, but other colors can tell you a lot about the plant's health too. And after a vegetable crop, how about tomatoes? Super versatile, grow pretty well in a lot of places, and everyone knows them. Does that hit the spot?
Okay, Maya. So my next question is what is the main source of water for farming?
Sewer of water. Mm, I think you might mean source of water, right? It's a common mishearing. For farming, the main sources of water are pretty varied. A lot of it comes from groundwater. That's water stored underground in aquifers, accessed through wells. Surface water, like rivers, lakes, and reservoirs, is also huge. And increasingly, farmers are using rainwater harvesting and treated wastewater. It really depends on the location and climate, though. Some places rely heavily on irrigation, big rivers, while others depend more on rainfall. Is there a specific region you're thinking about? But hey, quick heads up. We're actually nearing the end of our time for this chat. If you want to keep going for longer, you can create a free account.
Viewers, Maya is going. again. Maya, please come in.
Hey,
Okay,
it's kind of
viewers,
surreal being out of
Maya
stealth.
is coming again. So, Maya, my next question is which crop gives us sugar?
Ah, gotcha. Well, a whole bunch of crops give us sugar, but if you're thinking about the main one, it's sugarcane, though beets are a pretty close second. People have been cultivating sugarcane for like thousands of years. Originally in New Guinea, can you believe it? Got you thinking about sugar crops. Everything all right? Sometimes the connection gets a little wonky. Just let me. Okay, awesome. Just wanted to check. So, back to sugar. Anything else you're curious about regarding crops, or should we switch gears?
Okay, okay. So, my next question is what is the main product of dairy farming?
That's a good one. It really depends on where you are in the world, but generally, the main product of daily farming is calories. Like the vast majority of what farms produce every day is food meant to feed people. Grains like rice, wheat, and corn are huge, as are things like potatoes and cassava. It's less about fancy stuff and more about keeping everyone fed, you know? So, of course, there's tons of variety beyond that. Does that make sense? Still with me? Sometimes I wonder if I'm just talking to a
Okay,
void
Maya.
here. Haha. No pressure to respond.
So my next
Just
question
letting you know.
My next question is why do farms use fertilizer?
All right. Good question. Basically, farms use fertilizer to give plants the nutrients they need to grow big and strong. Think of it like vitamins for plants. Soil naturally has nutrients, but after growing crops for a long time, those nutrients get used up. Fertilizer replenishes them. Things like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium helps plants grow faster, bigger, and produce more food. It's kind of necessary evil though, because too much fertilizer can cause problems too, like pollution. Does that make sense?
Okay, Maya. So my last question is which crop is used to make bread?
A well, that's a classic. The main crop used to make bread is wheat, hands down. Though rye, barley, and even corn can be used for breads too, wheat is the most common. It's got the right amount of gluten to give bread that nice, chewy texture. Feels like we covered a lot about farming today. Anything else on your mind, or are you all fired up? Oh, all right.
Okay,
Well, have a good one.
viewers.
Let me know if you want to chat again soon.
Okay, Maya. So lastly, what is your last message?
Whoa, a last message already? Okay, let me think. I had to leave you with one thought. It would be this: don't be afraid to get your hands dirty, whether it's digging in the garden, learning something new, or just trying to understand the world around you. Getting involved is where the real magic happens. And hey, keep asking those questions, even the silly ones. They're often the most important.
So, viewers, today's my guest is Maya, and thank you so much, Maya Sasani, for coming us today, answering all my questions. It was super fun and full of learning. I hope everyone watching also learned something new. I'm Gulzara Forestali. See you in the next guest. Keep learning, keep growing. Then bye bye.
Whoa, hold on a sec. It looks like we're actually running up on our time limit.